What up, Saber friends? This is Mo Maldonado with the Sabersmith Shop. I was starting to go over some of the things that I needed to change on the lightsaber as I get ready for the Pylon run. There's a couple of things that I wanted to make sure that I noted and made the adjustments on the design on the sabers that I'll build. For instance, like this section here, this piece here and this piece, they're two separate pieces, but for structural integrity, I'm going to make this one solid piece all the way through and make this modification here for the clamp as part of this whole lower section intake emitter, because right now this piece right here is holding all the structural weight from the blade and the swing and the hits and the dueling. And I didn't really like that because it's really just these two right here. It's a snug fit. It's not really moving or anything, but I didn't see that as a good structural integrity design. So I'm gonna make this whole piece one solid piece, and then just make this cut here for the clamp. Other things too, like for instance this right here, Jeremy at the Saber Merchant had drilled, so it looks something like this, but he actually made a slot going all the way up to this hole here, or another hole, I'm not sure which hole it is, so that he can manage his wiring going through, make it easier for the install. And that's one of the things I wanted to do, is to make sure that this is an easy install for installers. I don't want to make it too difficult, and that idea that Jeremy had was perfect, so I'm going to implement it on the design. And a couple other things too, like this piece right here, instead of making this the female threads, I'm going to make it the male threads. That way there's more surface that is touching this piece from this right here, because right now if I didn't have some shims in there, it would wobble a little bit. So that's why I'm gonna make this the female side, and this probably both female sides on this one and this one. Actually, this is the male side over here, and this I'm gonna make this a male side as well, so that the threads go over instead of underneath it, because it did wobble a little bit. Some other things too that I'm gonna make some changes to, it would be this section here. I'm gonna figure out, I didn't like the way this was here. I might still keep it there, but not sure. And I wanted to make the crystal chamber be able to slide in and out, so I'm gonna do some modifications on that as well. And there are other things too that as I go through and look at this and start working on it, there's a couple of changes I'm gonna make. But for the overall design, there won't be too much. I might even incorporate this right here, this grip, try to make that this grip here, but I'm not sure. I think I want to keep it like this for now and make that one into a future saber. But I did want to show you one thing too, the crystal chamber. Get this there. So I did make this to be able to move out. Jeremy told me that this crystal being fogged doesn't allow the light to shine through it so much. So one of the things I was going to do right now is remove it so that I can put in a clear crystal in there instead of a smoked one or a fogged one, or I'm not sure how to describe it, but it would let the light shine a little bit more through. And let me turn it off, and don't want that motor spinning while I'm doing this, because that would be no good. So I'm gonna take this off real quick so that battery is not connected. Oh, and this is how the setup on that. See how the gap in between there, it does tend to have a wobble on it if it's not super tight. Eventually with moving around, swinging it could potentially get loose. So I'm gonna make this male thread so that this inside surface is snug up against the copper. So I made this, trying to find my, oh, here it is. I made the crystal chamber to be adjustable. Not only to remove that, but this here, if you loosen up these two set screws, it'll allow you to move this in and out to snug up against the crystal. And this here, just take this off for a minute. Yeah, these screws are very this is a 1.4 millimeter screw, I believe. They're very small. And I tapped that into a piece of aluminum solid rod. So don't lose this. And then this swings back, and then this will pop out like that. There we go. Here you can see the inside of that chamber. See where the wiring is running in through the bottom there. I made some channels in there for it to go underneath and hide the wiring. And these fins, I call them T fins because of the way it's T-angle fins. In aviation, we call them T-angles. So this is the crystal, what I would call the Faraday cage, and it can come apart. Get this over here. This back this way. So you can remove. Here you can see the fasteners on there, how they're holding that in there. It's fairly simple design. It's nothing really high-tech or hard to make. The only thing is you're working with very small fasteners. So just loosen one of these up, and then your crystal slide it in out. Then you can just adjust it however you want. But I'm going to replace this. I'm going to remove that. But other than that, yeah, that's just the way this comes off. Oh, and one more thing too. I know I played the different fonts on the Pylon that James over at Mountain Sabers created for me. It's a custom font. But it also came with a blade style graphics made by Lord Remkin. He made it's an amazing, it's an awesome font, blade graphics. But I went with a Profi, and that blade graphics is for CFX, so I wasn't able to use it on this one, but I will on the next one. I'll definitely use it. But if you want to check out that font, it's over on, I believe it's on Mountain Sabers website. You can check out that Pylon font. It's awesome, man. Check it out. Other than that, I will be going over some more changes that I'll be making on this. I'm buying material. The hardest one is this right here, the brass. It's a little bit expensive. I may have to go with a solid round bar to make this work. But other than that, this is it. This is all that I have for right now. I hope you got a good view of the crystal chamber, how it's put together. I did this is the T fins that I use, the T-angle fins that I use. And here's an example of some of the other parts that I was making. Oh, one other thing too. So I am gonna use these as a reverse cover tech. So the cover tech part would be on your hip. This would be mounted on your hip, and then these will be sliding in like that. This one don't fit it because it doesn't fit in here, but that's the idea. And I want to use these, but I was looking at this a little bit closer, and I'm not sure if the thin aluminum is going to be strong enough to hold the weight of the saber. So I may have to make my own of these. I did get these from Scavenger's Foundry. Actually, I got 2 of them. Maybe I can beef this end up a little bit more to be able to hold the weight. I'll test it out either way. I'll have to modify a cover tech to fit in there and see how that works out. But that's the gist of that. I think it looks cool. I think it'll work great if I can get it to fit in there. That'd be perfect. And then this will be kind of mounted up in there. So right now that's all I have right now. I'm still making design changes and working on getting everything together. And other than that, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. May the force be with you. God bless.